Now, there's a small chance that Gary Harris may eventually become a better player, but I don't think that really is in his future. I think he's kind of showed us, he's been 4 years in the league. He's kind of showed us what kind of player he is. I mean, he's a great player. I'm not trying to dog him. I like his game. I like the fact that he plays defense. I like the way that he can consistently stroke it from the three-point line. But I just don't believe that, the Celtics would want to get rid of Gordon Hayward, who they invested in, who's a wing, who we know he's an all-star, and who I believe is going to be a really big contributor to their successes this year. Now, I know we did talk about this in a past podcast, but I did like the deal. I still don't understand why the Nuggets are not trying to go for Jimmy Butler, just because I believe he's that player who can come in and be the type of player that can help him be successful. And I do think if you can get at least a verbal commitment from Jimmy that he would stay, giving up the future of Gary Harris may be worth it.
Well, I think that's where the problem lies in, is that I don't know if you'd get that commitment from Jimmy Butler, and not to mention the fact that he does not fit their timeline very well. I mean, similarly, like I just brought up in this proposed trade that I made here, Jimmy Butler is more of a player who commands the ball and really is. He's more on a superstar level than Gordon Hayward. The reason why I think Gordon Hayward probably fit in more seamlessly here is because he doesn't command the ball as much. And he is more of a player who will not kill your chemistry at all. Now, I mean, Jimmy Butler, like we've talked about before, has proven that he tends to disagree with management, and if he doesn't get his way, which is not the case with Gordon Hayward. And I don't think the Denver Nuggets are willing to do that and get a player who's almost in his 30s in exchange for a player who's 24, or for, if you're willing to trade Will Barton, a player who's 25, 26. That's the reason why I don't think Denver Nuggets is in on that deal with Minnesota.
Yeah, I just don't think the Celtics are looking to trade Hayward. If they were,
of course, and
they would probably be trying to get someone else.
Yeah, and again, another situation where I don't think Nuggets are looking to trade Gary Harris and Celtics aren't looking to trade Gordon Hayward. I think these are both just situations. If both of the teams came up to each other and said, "Hey, you know what? Let's talk about this deal." I just wondered if both of them would agree to it. At least I think one of them would. I don't know which one, but I think this would be a good one. Again, the Nuggets are in not a unique position, but they have a very good young roster. I don't think they're willing to trade any of the 4 young players that they have in terms of Jokic, Barton, Gary Harris, and Jamal Murray. And obviously, Millsap's contract is almost untradeable because even though he's a very productive player, he's costing them $30 million this year, and he's got a player option for $30 million in 2019 and 2020, which he should undoubtedly accept because he's not going to get paid $30 million from another team. And like we talked about, their depth is not very. They are not a very deep team, so really they don't have many tradable assets.
All right. So this is where we're going to stop and end our podcast. We are going to have one more podcast with a preview of the California division plus the awesome Phoenix Suns. Please make sure to continue listening to our podcast. Let your friends know about it. Anyone who likes NBA and likes NBA content. If you guys want to talk shit about us or send us any questions or comments or trade possibilities that we can discuss, please email us at NBATradeZone.com at NBATradeZone@gmail.com. Also, you can follow our Instagram, which is NBA Trade Zone. We have a website. A couple articles have been published by me. Danny's been kind of lazy, and I don't know what's going on.
Danny's been focusing on his full-time job as well, so he's getting there. He'll post something shortly. But yeah, he's been struggling at his new job as a teacher, so he's getting there slowly.
All right. As always, please subscribe to us on iTunes, rate and review us, or wherever you get your podcast. That's always awesome. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope you're as excited for the upcoming NBA season as we are.
Yes, thank you guys for listening. And like Sebastian said, any feedback is greatly appreciated. So thank you for listening.
Thanks.